Today we are going to discuss about the Fraunhofer diffraction pattern due to single slit. In this what we have taken a parallel wave fronts. So this parallel wave fronts we have taken this fall upon a slit. This AB is slit whose width I have taken A. After coming out, emerging out from this slit AB, this will fall upon, we have taken a lens, cylindrical lens, and one screen we have kept at distance, focal distance. Of the lens we have taken one screen. C is the midpoint of this slit. So this all points of slit A to B, they all behaves like a new wavefront. I have told about the Huygens principle. In Huygens principle, I have told that plane wavefront, each and every point behaves like a new secondary source and they emit wavelets in all possible directions. So here is also from A to B, each and every point of this slit AB, they will behave like a new source of secondary wavefront, and they will emit the wavelets which will travel in the direction from source to screen. So see, I have taken here Fraunhofer diffraction pattern, a parallel beam of monochromatic light, wavelength lambda, incident on single slit, width I have taken ABA, center is C. Slit can be imagined into divided a number of extremely, this AB we can imagine divided into small thin slits. The moment plane wavefront reaches the slits becomes secondary source of wavefronts. This AB will behaves like a secondary source and a one cylindrical lens kept next to the slit. The first point is what central maximum. So see here in the figure, I have taken a point O at the center of this slit in the front of. So at this point, all waves coming from A to B, they have same path length. That's why path difference becomes 0. If path difference is 0, so that point O behaves like a central maxima or maximum intensity point. Why it behaves like a maximum intensity point? Because if path difference is 0, what happen? I have told earlier, if path difference is 0, what happen? Crest will meet with crest, trough will mean all waves meet the other waves in same phase, and same phase to constructive interference takes place, and point O having maximum intensity of diffraction pattern. That's why it is called central maximum. So what is central maximum? Rays parallel to axis from all points from AB focus at central point O. All these rays must be having equal path. Therefore, due to constructive interference, O has a maximum intensity, and maximum intensity due to maximum intensity, we are called this point O as central maximum of diffraction pattern. Next, we will discuss about the position of secondary minima. See here, I have taken a point P at distance y from the central point O. What will be the point? P is point of secondary minimum. When it will secondary minimum? Firstly, we will go through the for path difference. What will be path difference? See here, A, from point A, the light reaching by this path AMP, from point B, it will reaches by path this. Angular position of P I have taken theta. Okay. What is theta? Theta is angular position. Angular position of point P is, I have taken theta. So see here, if I have drawn a perpendicular on this ray, AN is perpendicular upon BP. What happen? if we'll see from A to P and N to P, this path length will be same. Which path? A to P and N to P. They are equal path. If A to P and N to P equal, so if you want to find the path difference between A to P and B to P, so what will be the path difference? Path difference between the rays from the end points of the slit. End point is A and B. So what will be the path difference? Path difference from end point A to B. So since N to P, A to P are equal, so this will be the path difference. The path difference for the end point will be what? Bn. If we see from this triangle A and B, from triangle A and B, this angle is theta, so this is also theta because perpendicular. If you turn, so this angle is same to BAN. So angle BAN is equal to theta. So sin theta is equal to what? Sin theta perpendicular. This is 90 degree. So sin theta is equal to perpendicular upon hypotenuse 90 degree above. In front of 90 degree. This is AB. And width of slit AB is A, then BN, path difference BN is equal to what? A sin theta. If you see the path difference between the rays which is coming at the end point of slit A and B will be Bn is equal to A sin theta. See a path difference A sin theta. So we can write it the rays coming from end point A and B. Path difference between rays emerging at end point of slit, that is A and B, is equal to Bn, and this Bn is equal to A sin theta. See here, actually what we have seen, when path difference Bn is equal to lambda. So we have seen that point P, this point P is having minimum intensity. That's why it is called position of secondary minima. Another we have seen when Bn is equal to 2 lambda, then also point P is having minimum intensity. So that we can say at the position of secondary minima, or Bn is equal to 3 lambda. Then also we have seen that P is the point of minimum intensity. When part in interference, what we have seen, interference pattern we have seen, when part difference is a multiple of lambda, integral multiple of lambda, then that time point P is position of maximum intensity. Here opposite, when part difference is multiple of lambda, then this is the position of secondary minimum. So how can we explain it? Why these are happening? So see here, this E to B, all points of this wavefront, they will behave like a source, and light rays are reaching, emerging rays are reaching at point P. If you see here, from A, from B, I have drawn a perpendicular. So this perpendicular Bn, so Bn is equal to lambda. If I have taken a point C between, here I have taken a point C. If we draw perpendicular here, so what will be the path difference between A and C? So this will be Cm. Suppose this is M, then Cm will be the path difference from A to C. So what will be the Cm? This is lambda, so this becomes lambda by 2. So see here, if I have divided the whole slit from two equal parts, one is AC and another is CB. So we have seen the difference, path difference from A emerging out light from A and C, that is what, lambda by 2. If I have taken a corresponding point on AC just below than A, and we have taken another point on CB just below than C, so these have also path difference, how much, lambda by 2. Similarly, I have taken another point here, another point, so they have also path difference lambda by 2. If I have taken, so we will see here corresponding part of AC has a path difference lambda by 2 to corresponding part of CB. That means the light emerging out from the part AC having lambda by 2 part difference emerging out light from the corresponding part of CB. So if lambda by 2 path difference will be there, so what happen? Trough will meet crest, crest will meet trough, mean they will form destructive interference, or we can say the point P will be the position of secondary minima. Again I am taking the part difference Bn is equal to, this time I am taking 2 lambda. When lambda I have taken, I have explained that AB will divide it into 2 parts, and the wave emerging out from the 2 parts of AB, AC and CB, they have part difference lambda by 2, they will cancel each other, that's why position of minima. This time I have taken the difference, part difference between the end point is 2 lambda. So this Bn I have taken 2 lambda. This time I am dividing this whole wavefront, whole slit in 4 parts. I have taken 4 parts. See, C, this is D, AC, CD, D and EB. What are the 4 parts? One is AC, another is CD, another is D, another is, last one is EB. See here, the difference between A and B is 2 lambda. So A and D will be what? Part difference between A and D. So this will be lambda. Just half part difference between A and C, this will become lambda by 2. So see, if we take the corresponding part of AC to corresponding part of CD, this is CD. So they have path differences lambda by 2. Each point of belongings to AC to corresponding part to CD having part difference lambda by 2, they will make destructive interference, and they will cancel each other, trough will cancel crest, minimum intensity will be at the point P. Similar way we can see if we take D and corresponding part of EB. So D and E has path difference lambda by 2. We have taken a point below than just D, 2 below than just E. They have also path difference lambda by 2. What happened? Corresponding part of D and to corresponding part of EB, they have path difference successfully lambda by 2. They will cancel each other, and point P will be the position of secondary minima. So I have seen that when path difference is lambda, P point is minimum intensity, 2 lambda also minimum intensity. If we will take 3 lambda, if we will take path difference Bn is equal to 3 lambda, you will divide the AB into 6 parts. You will see they will corresponding parts will cancel each other, and point P will be the minimum intensity. So you can see here when path difference is equal to n lambda. N lambda mean n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 any integer. That time point P is having minimum intensity. Minimum intensity. See here, P is minimum intensity. So this point P can be upward and downward. So we can take it as path difference Bn is equal to plus minus n lambda. N is 1, 2, 3, 4. So when path difference is equal to plus minus n lambda, then that will be the position of secondary minima. So see here, for nth secondary minima, we will see a sin theta n is equal to plus minus n lambda, or we can say sin theta n is equal to plus minus n lambda upon a. So this will be the position of angular position of nth minima. If we want to tell about the side position y nth, so we know sin theta n similar to, if theta n is small, what happens? Theta is equal to what? Here arc upon radius, so that is yn upon dn, yn upon length, this is d, this is equal to plus minus n lambda upon a. The position of nth minima is equal to what? Plus minus n lambda d upon a. So if we will go for the first, second, third, what will be the position of secondary minima? Position of secondary minima, if you are putting 1, 2, 3, 4, n is equal to, so that will be plus minus lambda d upon a, plus minus 2 lambda d upon a, plus minus 3 lambda d upon a. If we'll see the position between, distance between two consecutive mean fringe width, what will be the fringe width? The difference between the position of two consecutive secondary minima, so that is 2 lambda d upon a minus lambda d upon a. Two consecutive, so that is what? Lambda d upon a. That is beta, you can say. The fringe width will be lambda d upon a. We will talk about the position of secondary maxima. Here we will talk about the position of secondary maxima. Minima I have seen. To talk about the position of secondary maxima. So path difference Bn is equal to a sin theta. This path difference when is equal to n plus 1 by 2 lambda, where n is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have seen this P is point of secondary maxima. Mean P will be the position of maximum intensity. How it is? We will explain. Suppose Bn is equal to, n is equal to 1, I have put it to 3 by 2 lambda. Anytime Bn is equal to 3 by 2 lambda. How it will act as a position of secondary maxima? To see here I am explaining. This is AB, this is point P. They are reaching here. I have drawn perpendicular to this Bn. Bn is equal to 3 lambda by 2. I have divided the whole slit in 3 equal parts. So those are the 3 equal parts, AC, CD and DB. So if we will draw here, so this is 3 lambda by 2 Bn. So this will be lambda, and this CM will equal to what? Lambda by 2. So if you will see the AC, one corresponding part of AC, second I have taken CD. From A to C, you will see the path difference will be lambda by 2. Just below A, just below C, this will be lambda by 2. If you will see the corresponding part of AC to portion corresponding part contained by CD, they have path difference lambda by 2. So they will form destructive interference, or you can say this corresponding part of AC will cancel out corresponding part of wave coming out from the corresponding part of CD, they will cancel out each other. Only DB, last part, third part, they are remaining same, and due to this emerging light will reach at point P and they will form position of क्या, secondary maxima. यहाँ पर ध्यान से देखिए, end point rays, path difference is 3 lambda by 2. I have divided the total part AB in 3 parts, 3 equal parts. So one is AC, CD and DB. If you will see the corresponding part of A and C, part difference rays coming out from A and C, तो they have part difference कितना होगा बेटा, lambda by 2. तो you have divided total AC और CD, इनको दो पार्ट में तुमने इक्वल इक्वल डिवाइड किया. तो each part of AC having a corresponding point on CD, they have path difference lambda by 2. तो they will cancel each other. दोनों एक दूसरे का ट्रफ क्रश ट्रफ, तो एक दूसरे क्या करेंगे, कैंसिल करेंगे. DP parts remains unaffected. The light reach from DB at point P and they will form position of क्या, secondary maxima. Same way मैंने भी बताया, जैसे n is equal to 1 I have taken, if n is equal to I have taken 2, so that is 5 lambda by 2. So I have to divide, when this is 5 lambda by 2, so this part A to B I have divided into here 5 parts. पहले मैंने 3 parts में डिवाइड किया था, अब मैंने कितने parts में डिवाइड किया बेटा, 5 parts. तो if you divide it into 5 parts, what happen? Suppose D E F G, तो देखो A D D 2 parts, E F F G 2 parts and G B is last part. तो यहाँ पर फिर से मैं आपको दिखा रहा हूँ. I have divided into first A D, सेकेंड तुम्हारा कौन सा है बेटा, डी ई. तो इन दोनों का पार्ट डिफरेंस क्या होगा, टोटल का कितना है बेटा, 5 पार्ट्स का 5 लैम्डा बाई 2, तो 1 पार्ट के कितने होंगे, लैम्डा बाई 2, तो दे विल कैंसिल ईच अदर. सेम वे इफ यू हैव टेकन ई एफ एंड एफ जी, अदर 2 पार्ट्स दे विल कैंसिल ईच अदर. द रिमेनिंग पार्ट विल बी जी बी. तो जी बी पार्ट, द वेव्स कमिंग आउट या लाइट कमिंग आउट फ्रॉम GB part, that will reach upon at point P. Due to that, they will form secondary maxima. But here you will see that this whole wave front divided into 5 parts. And previously they have divided into 3 parts. So intensity will be less. कहते नहीं है कि अगर किसी चीज को ज्यादा पार्ट डिवाइड करोगे तो 1 पार्ट की वैल्यू क्या होगी, कम होगी. तो यहाँ 5 पार्ट्स में डिवाइड है, इसलिए क्या होगा, इंटेंसिटी क्या होगी, कम होती जाएगी. ऐसे 7 लैम्डा बाई 2, तो यू हैव टू डिवाइड इनटू 7 पार्ट्स. तो 7 पार्ट डिवाइड करोगी तो और इंटेंसिटी क्या होगी, कम होती जाएगी. तो इंटरफेरेंस की तरीके से यहाँ पर नहीं होता. यहाँ पर क्या होगा कि व्हेन लाइट पी पॉइंट्स विल बी फर्दर, इंटेंसिटी जो है वो क्या होगी, कम होती जाएगी. जबकि इंटरफेरेंस में क्या था, इंटेंसिटी सभी ब्राइट फ्रिंजेस के सेम होते थे. यहाँ पर ऐसा नहीं होगा. सेंट्रल फ्रिंज की जो सेंट्रल मैक्सिमा होता है उसकी इंटेंसिटी बहुत ज़्यादा होती है. अदर्स जो होंगे आपके सेकेंडरी मैक्सिमा, उनकी इंटेंसिटी कम होती है और दे गेट्स ऑन रिड्यूसिंग, वो क्या होते हैं, कम होते चले जाते हैं. अच्छा, इन सब थ्योरी में एक चीज ध्यान रखो कि इंटरफेरेंस पैटर्न में, इन इंटरफेरेंस पैटर्न व्हाट आर हैपनिंग, दीज ए एंड बी दे आर द स्लिट. बीच में आपका क्या था बेटा, ऑफ स्केल था. दे आर नॉट बिहेव्स लाइक ए सोर्स. वहां पर ये सोर्स का काम नहीं करते थे. इनके बीच के पॉइंट्स, सिर्फ ए एंड बी 2 पॉइंट्स आर द सोर्स. ये दोनों सोर्स थे. जबकि डिफ्रैक्शन पैटर्न में ए और बी के बीच में जितने भी हैं स्लिट के सभी पॉइंट, दे आर ऑल आर बिहेविंग लाइक ए सोर्स. मैंने इनिशियली बता दिया था कि ए और बी के बीच जितने भी पॉइंट्स हैं सभी किसका बिहेव करते हैं, सोर्स का. एंड दे विल इमिट्स लाइट. यहाँ पर सिर्फ 2 ही पॉइंट थे, ए और बी, वो हुज आर इमिटिंग द लाइट्स. ठीक है, तो ये डिफरेंस ध्यान में रखा है. इसलिए यहाँ पर हमें क्या करना पड़ता है, वेव फ्रंट्स को कई पार्ट्स में डिवाइड करते हैं. जबकि इंटरफेरेंस में हमें जो है कई पार्ट्स में डिवाइड करने की कोई आवश्यकता नहीं थी. See here part difference, Bn is equal to this. So this are the position of secondary maxima. So angular position of secondary maxima will be angular position of nth secondary maxima. So Bn is equal to what? Bn is equal to a sin theta n is equal to n plus 1 upon 2. Both sides they can be, we can take it plus n minus. So sin theta n is equal to n plus 1 by 2 lambda upon k. See here, theta is small, theta n is small. So sin theta n can be written as theta n is equal to what? Here you will see that is yn upon d. एक से ध्यान में रखना, d is almost equal to focal length of lens. So if you are writing here, so yn upon d is equal to what? Plus minus n lambda upon a. So nth position of secondary maxima formula will be n plus half lambda d upon a. So first secondary maxima, second secondary maxima, if you are putting here, so they are the position of first secondary maxima will be plus minus कितना होगा बेटा 3/2 lambda d upon d. नेक्स्ट क्या होगा 5/2 lambda d upon a. So this will be the position. Next will be 7 lambda d upon 2a. What will be the fringe width? Fringe width is equal to what? Consecutive. If we take consecutive two distance between two consecutive positions of secondary maxima, so that will be suppose 5 lambda upon 2d minus 3 lambda d upon 2d. So that will be the lambda d upon d, lambda d upon a. So what will be the fringe width? So here you will see fringe width is lambda d upon a. If you see from the figure, the central maxima has a different width. I will show that. You have seen here the fringe width of other width are lambda d upon a. We have seen position of secondary minima are lambda d upon a, 2 lambda d upon a, secondary maxima 3 lambda d upon 2a. If you show in the figure, this is the central point. First minima is lambda d upon a. So this will be the lambda d upon a. Next is 2 lambda d upon a. Here minus lambda d upon a. Here minus 2 lambda d upon a. And in between them 3 lambda d upon 2a. So this will be the point where 3 lambda d upon 2a. 3 lambda d upon, here 3 lambda d upon 2a. Here minus 3 lambda d upon 2a. If we will make a figure, so this will be the first minima. This is second minima. This is maxima. So fringe width, we have obtained this type of pattern. If you will see, this type of pattern you will find. Here intensity becomes reduced. This will be. And next, this will be the position. Like that, you will get the frame. So this will be the secondary maximum, central maximum. So this is the first secondary minima. This will be the first secondary minima. This is upward, this is downward. So what will be the width of central maxima? Here you will see the width of these are lambda d upon a, lambda d upon a, lambda d upon a. But if you will see for the central, the central maxima, if we will go for the width, this is lambda d upon a, downward lambda d upon a. The width of central maxima, width of central maxima is equal to from position minima to minima. So that will be what? Lambda d upon a minus lambda d upon a. So that is equal to central maxima, width of central maxima 2 lambda d upon a. Or you can say this is 2 beta or twice of fringe width. If you will go for the central maxima, so central maxima is twice of the individual width. Individual width you will see So all individual width are lambda d upon d, but central has width 2 lambda d upon a. In the figure, this will be the central maxima. This lambda upon a, lambda angular width will be 2 lambda. The intensity of other maxima will be less than from the central maxima. They gets on reducing both sides.